Jackson State star freshman corner wide receiver athlete Travis Hunter, the number one player in high school football, has signed an NIL deal with a black-owned coffee company, J5. I'm going to tell you the significance of Travis signing his first deal with a black-owned company and how black-owned businesses can get in on this NIL deals, in on this stuff with these college athletes and make a ton of money and help that dollar recycle. We're going to talk about that right after the bumper. Stay tuned. What is good people? What is good people? My name is JeffLightsYJr. Here with the Black Boss Channel with Victory Formation. Thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell because we upload every single day. Now, Travis Hunter has signed his first NIL deal with a black-owned coffee company called J5. We're going to take a look at my boy Kari Thompson, friend of the show, his article from the Clarion Ledger. Let's take a look at it. It says Travis Hunter, nation's number one college football prospect, signs NIL deal with black-owned coffee company. Sorry, got my words all mixed up trying to talk too fast. Jackson State football signee Travis Hunter, the number one college football prospect in the nation, by the way, has signed an NIL deal with J5 Cafe, the black-owned coffee company that announced their agreement. Hunter set the sports world ablaze when he chose to play for Deion Sanders in Jackson State. The Columbus, Mississippi-based company said in a news release, he possesses the unique skills and mindset that will allow him to be a phenomenal two-way threat for JSU. His uniqueness complements the uniqueness of J Cafe, and they will both change the game. Hunter, a five-star cornerback, is the highest-rated recruit to sign with HBCU after picking JSU over Florida State, where he was committed for nearly 2 years. Hunter broke his commitment on signing day when he set ablaze for a new trail of top athletes to consider HBCUs. J5 Cafe's partnership with Hunter was paramount because both expressed the mission of making a difference in HBCU colleges, the company said, but more importantly, the black community. J5 Cafe is more of a company owned by is one of many companies owned by parent company J5 Solutions. Like Hunter, J5 Solutions is dedicated to raising awareness in the importance of HBCUs across the nation. Now, there's a couple of things here. There's a couple of things that stick out. And obviously, it's his first NIL deal, and a lot of people are reporting that it was his first deal. But what's more important to this is who he chose for his first NIL deal. We know if you go to Jackson State, you ball out, or even before you even get a chance to ball out, in Travis's case, you're going to get NIL deals. Shedeur signed with Beats, with Gatorade, with Brady Brand. Antoine Owen, who is now, competing NFL draft prospect, was the first college player in the country to get an NIL deal. He signed with a black-owned company as well when he went out to New York, and at 12:01 Eastern, he became the first collegiate athlete to sign an NIL deal as soon as it became legal on July 1st of 2021. And so Travis Hunter signing his first deal, the number one player in the country, signing his first deal with a black-owned company is significant in a number of ways. One, it dispels the rumor that he was getting an NIL deal from Barstool. Remember we talked about that some months ago when Travis first signed with Jackson State? A lot of people had the rumor that Barstool was giving him $1 million. Then it went to $1.5 million. Then it went to as high as $2 million. And all of that was cap. All of that was cap. But the people were saying, not the people, a lot of big name media people were coming out on TV saying, the only reason why he chose Deion and Jackson State is because Barstool hooked him up with $2 million. We dispelled that a number of times on this platform, but this just kind of puts that in permanent marker, cement, stamps it, whatever. So that's the first thing. The second thing is very, very interesting and very, very unique. Travis chose a black-owned company. And this is a way for multiple things. Shout out to J5 Solutions, J5 Cafe, because this opens the door. To me, this opens the door and makes it super easy for these black-owned companies to get in on this NIL stuff with these black athletes at these HBCUs. Now, obviously, it's an investment, and you want to get return on your investment. But if you get some of these top players in the HBCU world, with the HBCU world being on fire the way that it is right now, you can't lose. Jackson State is going to be on national television several times. Travis Hunter's name and brand is only going to continue to get bigger. Travis Hunter already has a hell of a brand. I mean, if I get on Instagram right now, I'm sure Travis has a couple of hundred, nearly probably 500,000 followers on Instagram. Let me go ahead and check that, and then he has another, probably 200,000-300,000 on TikTok because he's a big TikToker, and then he probably has another, 50,000-60,000 on Twitter. And so there is marketability there. There is a way for you to promote your product there. And it is super cool because Travis probably had a number, or if he didn't now, he will soon have a number of NIL opportunities. And for him to choose a Black-owned company, for him to be the number one prospect in the country and to choose his first deal, which everybody knew was going to be significant. After the Barstool fiasco and after him choosing Jackson State, everybody knew the first deal that Travis chose was going to be significant. His first NIL deal, that is, was going to be significant because people want to know that you can make money by going to Jackson State. And for him to strategically choose a Black-owned company, and the way I know it's strategic is because of the letter we just read. The way that they used words, the way that they described it, the way that they talked about their partnership. That is maturity beyond its years, guys. This young man is only 17, 18 years old. And he already showed his maturity when he chose Jackson State and then kind of created a pipeline to other, not just Jackson State, but to other HBCUs. And now people are looking at HBCUs in a different light. He already showed us. He told us that in his letter when he chose Jackson State. But then to strategically choose his first NIL deal with a Black-owned company, he is going to have the pick of the litter of Black-owned companies moving forward. He can get paid hand over fist from any and every Black-owned company moving forward. And not just him, but the other ball players at Jackson State, and the other ball players in the SWAC, the other ball players in the MEAC, the other ball players in HBCUs across the country. Black-owned businesses need to get in on this. They do. This is big. We talk all the time about generational wealth, financial literacy, building wealth, making money, how to recycle our dollar. This is a way to do it. Shout out to Travis Hunter, man, because this is bigger than just, he chose a Black-owned company. No, this could be something that's really big for our community. J5 Cafe spoke about it in that letter we just read from Kari's piece. This could be huge. And once again, it's a trailblazer by the name of Travis Hunter, who is 17, 18, maybe 19 years old, making this happen. Shout out to Travis, man, because this is, you just don't see young men making decisions like this. 300,000 on Instagram. So he's got 300,000 on Instagram, probably another 100,000 or whatever on TikTok, and another, 50, 60,000 on Twitter. This young man's different, man. Another 24K on Twitter, 300,000 on Instagram, another 50 or whatever on TikTok. This is big, man, because this is how Black businesses can get in and market themselves to the next generation, to the youth, and continue to build generational wealth. I just saw a report. Shout out to Dr. Boyce Watkins. He put out that the Black spending power is the greatest it's ever been. Black spending power over the last year, we spent $1.6 trillion within the Black community. Black people spent $1.6 trillion. And so our wealth is still very, very low. We still haven't been able to build any wealth. But this is a way to get in on that. This is a way to help young men, young women, because the ladies can do this as well. Young men, young women make some money while they're in college. Help them build their brand and promote your business. This is how we recycle our dollar. How our dollar changes hand over fist to our people. Man, shout out to Travis, man, because this stuff got me excited. And if you aren't excited about hearing something like this could be a wave. Imagine if every player on Jackson State, or every significant player, the players that play or whatever, on Jackson State, on Alcorn, on Mississippi Valley, on whoever, was able to get an NIL deal with a Black-owned company, was able to get an NIL deal from a Black-owned business, was able to help promote themselves in a Black-owned business and help make money for Black communities and Black people while also making themselves some money. That's how you change the game, man. That's how you change the game. So, those are just my thoughts. Shout out to Travis for being able to do something like this. Shout out to Jackson State. We're going to do some more stuff on them. Shout out to everybody, man. Everybody that's in on this. But this is a very, very mature, very, very generational decision that this young man decided to do. Leave your thoughts in the chat. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Once again, my name is JeffLightsYJr with the Black Boss Channel and Victory Formation. You can subscribe to the Black Boss Channel and to my YouTube channel, JeffLightsYJr. Also, follow me on Twitter and Instagram at JLightsy7. That is at JLightsy7. I post all my content on there first. Thank you for hit the thumbs up button on your way out. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Peace.